ماشاء اللہ لا حول ولا قوة الا باللہ العلی العظیم رب اشرح لی صدری ویسر لی امری واحلل عقدۃ من لسانی یفقہوا قولی اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان اللعین الرجیم بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم الحمد للہ رب العالمین الحمد للہ کما هو اہلہ الحمد للہ الذی جعلنا من المتمسکین بولایت علی ابن ابی طالب والصلاة والسلام علی سیدنا و نبینا و طبیب قلوبنا شفیع ذنوبنا و سید ثقلین جد الحسن والحسین ابی القاسم محمد والصلاة والسلام علی اہل بیتہ طیبین الطاہرین المعصومین الغر المیامین المنتجبین المکرمین الذین اذهب اللہ عنہم الرجس وطہرہم تطہیرا سیما بقیت اللہ فی الارضین روحی و ارواح العالمین للتراب مقدمہ الفدا رحمت اللہ علی احبابہم و اصحابہم و شیعتہم و محبیہم اجمعین ولعنت الدائمت علی اعدائہم و منکری فضائلہم و مصائبہم من الآن الى قیام یوم الدین اما بعد فقد قال الرحمن في كتاب الفرقان وقوله الحق وهو أصدق القائلين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرین الذین اذا اصابتهم مصیبۃ قالوا انا للہ و انا الیہ راجعون
برائے سلامتی علماء قرآن ذاکرین نظام و موالیان آل اطہار صلوات
Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this verse of Quran that surely we shall test you, and all the signs that Allah has mentioned in this verse of Holy Quran, if we try to analyze that will test you with fear, with hunger, will test you with the money, will test you with the human beings among you, athamarat, like fruits, and of course in this verse the fruits mean your children, your loved ones. So all these signs, if we try to see that the test that the family of Ahlul Bayt went through, all these signs were present in Karbala. Since we just passed Ashura, so I was thinking if we can just analyze the movement of Karbala and relate it to our present time. Because a lot of people think that Karbala it did happen, it's a story of a past, It's something that just happened. So our responsibility is just to remember it, just to commemorate for the 10 days, and that's it. But we'll try to analyze that the Karbala which happened in 61 Hijrah, and until now it's been 1377 years. 1377 years that Karbala has happened. Every year we commemorate, every year we go through the processions, we go through majalis, and see the blessing of Zikrul Hussein, see the blessing of Majlis Imam Hussein. That in this majlis, when you get together, you talk about Quran, you recite Holy Quran, you talk about all the prophets, you talk about the companions of the prophets, you talk about different religions. But see the importance of Quran. You talk about Tawheed, but you do not say that I'm going to Majlis of Allah, because it's going to be a zikr of Tawheed. It's going to be a zikr of Allah. Even though you do zikr of Allah, you recite Quran, you try to analyze the verses of Quran. You do zikr of all the prophets, but you do not say that I'm going to a majlis of Prophet Musa, I'm going to majlis of Prophet Ibrahim, I'm going to majlis of Prophet Nuh. You talk about different companions, but you do not say that I'm going to majlis of Salman, Abu Dhar. But you say, I'm going to majlis of Hussein. I'm going to attend a majlis of Imam Hussein. See the importance of this majlis, that you talk about Tawheed, you talk about Nubuwwat, you talk about justice of Allah, you talk about the day of judgment, whatever you talk, but you say that I'm going to majlis of Hussein. That is the importance of this majlis. That this session, this majlis gives you everything. It's not that it just gives you Zikr Hussein. This majlis gives you Tawheed. This majlis gives you the message of Allah. It gives you monotheism. It tells you justice of Allah. It gives you the institution of prophethood. And that's called Majlis. It's been 1377 years. Every year you go through same stuff. You go through Muharram, you do Majalis, you do Letmiya, Noha, Matam. And whenever you come into the month of Muharram after a year, you see it, you experience it, that it's like it just happened today. Like, if I ask you a question, your loved ones, some of us, we lost our grandparents, we lost our parents, we lost our loved ones. You have that grief for like 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years. And if I ask you, what day, or if I ask myself that what day my grandfather passed away, maybe I need to think like what day it was. Many of us, we don't remember. You remember for like certain period of time, but later on, that grief, it just it minimizes. It's at its peak, but with the passage of time, it's not the same. So look at the miracle of this zikr. 1377 years, but whenever you talk Karbala, it's like it happened today. When you talk about your grandparents, their lifestyle, you think that I already know this one, and that story seems old. You do not have that interest in that. But look at the zikr of Karbala. Whenever you talk, it's like it happened today. So, do not think that it was a historic event. It did happen in past. So, what I am supposed to do, and many of us, we think this way, that our duty is just to commemorate it for 10 days, and that's it. But if you see the istighatha of Sayyid al-Shuhada Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam, and it's going to be a very short speech because I was told it's going to be a half day today. So I'm not going to prolong it. So very briefly, but if I can have your attention, so I can make a point. The istighatha of Sayyid al-Shuhada. Hal min nasirin yansurna. If you analyze this one, whom he was seeking help. Those 30,000 people who were in there in Karbala. He knew it. Those are the people. Those are enemies. They were there to kill Sayyid al-Shuhada. They were there to harm the family of Ahlul Bayt. So that is the Ghasa. The call to help Sayyid al-Shuhada. Was it just for that time? Just for us to cry upon? Just for us to see that Sayyid al-Shuhada was lonely? He was there in Karbala, nobody helped him? Was it just for like that time? Or that even exists today? Do we have a Karbala today or no? Yes. I have mentioned it earlier that Kullu Ardin Karbala. Kullu Yawmin Ashura. We have to relate it. Yazid of today's time exists even today. And let me tell you, yesterday when I went home, somebody sent me a video, a small clip. There were like 5 or 10 people. It's on social media, you must have seen it. 5 or 10 people got together with a special dress code. You could tell where they belong to. They had like all different kind of foods in front of them, sweets, colorful environment, with a big cake. They were celebrating, and on the cake it said Ashura. You think Yazid was in 61 Hijrah? You think he passed away in 64 Hijrah? You think Yazid is gone? No more, that's it? Karbala has it's been finished, it's done, no more? Or do we have Yazid today too? If we have Hussein today, Hussein of our time, Hazrat Imam Zaman Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu. If we have Hussein today, Yazid has to be there. Because it's a fight of Haqq and Batil. And Sayyid al-Shuhada's role in Karbala, we have to try to understand this one. And this gives us the importance of the role of women. How important the women are in our society. Sometimes we just neglect the equal part of our society. We just try to give importance to men. Ar-rijalu qawwamun 'ala an-nisa. That is that's right. But we have to see behind Karbala, if you see it apparently, there's a history, it's a story. But if you try to go in detail, in depth, and see who were the major roles in that Karbala. If it would be just the men, 72 personnel, 72 people, 72 martyrs, the family of Ahlul Bayt, their companions, and the mission of Sayyid al-Shuhada, you think that with those 72 sacrifices, did Imam al-Hussein achieve the goal? It was a great sacrifice, no doubt about it. Nobody can do it. It's unbelievable. It's not in human beings' capabilities. Cannot do that. You cannot take your 6-month-old child and see people kill them right in front of you. It's not possible for human being. But still, having said that, if you think that after the martyrdom of Sayyid al-Shuhada, were the goals achieved? Or there was still something to do? And that gives us the importance of women. And if you allow me to say this, that Sayyid al-Shuhada until the Asr of Ashura did his job. He performed the actions. He did everything he could. Even though Imam after Imam al-Hussein was Imam Ali Zainul Abidin alayhi salatu wassalam. But see who led the movement of Karbala after the martyrdom of Sayyid al-Shuhada. Imam was at its own place. Imam Ali Zainul Abidin was Imam after Imam al-Hussein, but You know the history. He did not lead the movement after Sayyid al-Shuhada. The leader was Sayyid al-Shuhada before martyrdom. And you think like, the women, they are weak, they cannot do that. But if you try to understand the personality of Sayyida Zainab Salamullahi alayha, she is not prophet, she is not imam, and in inverted commas, she is not ma'soom, but the ismat, you have to go in detail to talk about. There's a thing that's called Tali Tilwul Ma'soom. Infallible personalities are 14, but there are some other personalities. They were not given a title of Ma'soom, but they had a Ismate Kasbi. Like Hazrat Abul Fadl al-Abbas, Janab Sayyida Zainab Salamullahi alayha. So, she wasn't a prophet. But at that time, after the martyrdom of Sayyid al-Shuhada, the responsibility of all the prophets, like 124,000 prophets, all their sacrifices, all their preachings, all the hardships they went through, the calamities they gone through, the message until it got it to Karbala, Sayyida Zainab Salamullahi alayha was the representative in Karbala of all the prophets and all the A'immah. Imam was Imam Sajjad. Of course, all the duties, the responsibilities that Imam has, Imam Sajjad had it. But the role of Sayyida Zainab, if we try to understand that, and where did she get that? Did she know what she's going to do in Karbala, in Kufa and then Sham and on the way back? Who told her, who trained her, who brought her up this way? If she wouldn't have known that what she's going to do, she would not be able to survive in that day. After seeing the martyrdom of the family of Ahlul Bayt, after seeing the deaths of the children, all what happened. But see, she was the one who even gave strength to Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. When Imam Sajjad started crying, the time when they were departing towards Kufa, and they were they came into the battlefield, they saw, and we'll talk about that later on, they saw the bodies of the martyrs. Imam Sajjad started crying. Look what Sayyida Zainab said at that time. Gave strength to her nephew. She's there to give strength to Imam. She's right next to Imam. She said, Sajjad, you are looking at the bodies right now? You are crying to see your father? You are crying to see your brothers, the companions of your father? You are crying to look at these bodies? But I'm seeing shrines here. I'm seeing this place, it's not going to be like this. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking far ahead, and I'm looking at a time that there's going to be a day that this land, this piece of land, is not going to look like this. These bodies, they are not buried today. They do not have coffin today. But right here, billions and billions of people will gather. She was there. She knew it was going to happen. And see what she said when she went to right in front of Ibn Ziyad. She's not afraid of her life. She's not scared. See what kind of role she played and how she introduced Tawheed. How she introduced Tawheed. If it would be a normal human being, after seeing all this, you start complaining Tawheed. You lose your children, you lose your brothers, you lose your nephews. What happens to the young children? How many died? How many died on the way going towards Kufa? How many children got down from the camels and died on the way? If you go to Ziyarah now, you see many Ziyarah from Karbala to Kufa and to Najaf. When this caravan was going, many children were on camel with no saddle. The hands were tied behind the neck of the women of Ahlul Bayt. The children were there on the camel. And the camels were running faster and faster. So if the children, they just fell down, they were not allowed to stop there and pick them up. You see many graves, Imam Zadeh. Many graves you see there. They are Ziyarah. So after seeing all that, see a heart of a woman, how would she feel? When you experience, all that, how would you feel? When we go through a small thing in our life, you start complaining to Allah. But when it was Tawheed, and Ibn Ziyad, he brought this point up, he said, when Bibi Zainab was there, and he said that, see what Allah did to you. See what Allah has done to your family, that He has killed your brother, He has killed your cousins, He has killed your children, He has killed everybody. See what Allah has done to you. See the answer of Sayyidah Zainab, what she said there. If it would be a normal woman, she could just cry there. But she introduced Tawheed right in front of Ibn Ziyad and he was speechless. She said, Ma ra'aytu illa jamila.